Hello back guys to a new video, a new day, a new train tutorial from your favorite train tutorial series, or at least I hope it's your favorite. I don't think there are too many on YouTube, so if this is not your favorite, I got a problem. Um, Alright, so thank you for joining to this amazing video, in which we will actually continue our texturing journey. As you can see, I did make some more stuff to the cabin, but it's nothing you guys don't know how to do. I basically just use the same methods to just put a little more stains of oil and stuff on the cabin. Nothing crazy. You can do it. It's all there. The knowledge is there for you. So go at it if you really wanted to. Also, I want to thank you guys. We are 70 people on this channel now, 72 actually at the moment I'm recording this. So thank you so much. And also, again, congratulations to the 70th subscriber. He actually commented on one of the videos saying that he was the one. So congratulations and thank you so much for joining in on this crazy adventure stuff. So with all this being said, I'm not going to drag this out, so please leave a like on this video if you really like it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, because I think it's worth it, and I'm gonna make it worth it even more in time. And also leave a comment. Tell me your opinion on anything that you see on this channel or anything in general, especially video games. I love those, so I'm always happy for a video game talk. So with all this being said, let's get to the video. Alright guys, here we are back. So I have done a little bit of stuff. Again, I did change a little bit of cabin, and I did put a material to the stairs, but it's nothing too crazy. So apparently the stairs, they were not unwrapped, which was pretty interesting to me. I was very sure they were. But the material is pretty simple. It's from Blender Kit. All you gotta do is go to materials, write metals, or actually just metal, really. And if I'm not mistaken, the one I use is, well, it should be somewhere around here. That's for sure. Oh, right here. So it's a metal done by Ruas Crystal or Rus Crystal. I don't know. I hope I'm not pronouncing it bad. But yeah, it's a very cool material. I think it's amazing. Let's rate this, and yeah, probably actually an hour. I'm just going to rate it, and I do recommend you to do so. All right, you don't have to, but I think it's pretty cool, especially because these people are really making our life so much easier, and I thank you so much for that. So with all this, also I made the bars here golden. It's something pretty easy. Also the rims of the windows and the windows themselves. I didn't do anything crazy for the windows, so it just has two materials. The rim, I just made it a golden, and I selected the center part, so just the faces inside, and made it a glass BSDF, and that's kind of about it. I didn't do anything too crazy about it. We can also, make them let's like decrease the roughness, but I'm gonna talk about the glass a little later on because we will change stuff to it. So I didn't do the actual work on it yet. We will talk about it, and we will see how cool this is. So before we do any of that, let's concentrate on the stairs a little bit, because what happens with the stairs, right? So it's basically the same thing with the bars, right? There's gonna be snow. We will have snow on the stairs, so we need to actually do this. Um, Funny enough, this is not too hard to do, because honestly, we can take actually all this good stuff. Again, that's being created, and so thank you. Control Control G, sorry, to put it in one big node, which we can call it stair metal. It doesn't have to be, too crazy. All right, so what do we need to do again? We need to put the snow on the stairs. Now, how do we actually do this? Well, there are a couple of ways for us to do it. Um, but I think we all know the best one, which is the gradient map. Well, the gradient texture. I don't know why I call it a map all the time. Um, but yeah, it's a texture, not a map. We will use it as a map though, so probably that's why. So a color RAM is of course needed for this. Our favorite, most amazing pal. So we actually will use the generated version because it does a better job. And right now this is not how we want it. Let's make the eye 90 degrees. So don't forget that. And as you can see, there will probably be a small problem because what this will do is not gonna make it a texture for one of the bodies, right? It's gonna make it for all of them. And why is that? Because of the array modifier. So because of that, we cannot, do each and every single, body. So if we use the UV, I think that will work, or at least it should work. Let's make this 0 again. And yeah, as you can see, it does work because we tell it like they all have a certain, well, I want to say pattern, but it's not a pattern. It's like they all have a certain thing, a certain unwrap. So yeah, we need to actually use that. And let me play around with this just a little bit. All right, so I got it. What we need to do is use the normal the normal coordinate of the texture, and the reason for it, right? And we need the y to be at 90, and I'll explain exactly why in just a second. What the normal does, again, it's basically create the, well, let me just explain like this. So we have the y like this, right? The green line is the y, and the normal will basically just follow that. So basically the normal of this body will be something like this, right? Hi, editing me from the future here. So what I actually try to say is this is the normal on the y-axis of the body, all right? So it's not the normal in all, because a lot of you might get confused. No, it's the normal on each of the axes. This is what I'm talking about. And on the y-axis, that's the direction that the normal will take. Thank you. What happens though is we don't need this. What we do need, however, is actually the vertical part. So what do? We put the y at 90 degrees because you know when it's a straight line, it's like 100. It's, well, 0 degrees or 180. It depends. But if you put it at 90 or minus 90, we're gonna get exactly the solution we need, and that's what we got here. So this is gonna be the mask. Nothing crazy about it. We've done this a couple of times before. Mix shader node, of course, the trusty shader node. And again, this will actually go to the factor, and the stair metal will actually go in the first one, while here we actually need to introduce the snow group. So introducing the group here, it's a pretty crazy thing. And yeah, by the way, I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to the mic, so if I breathe into it from time to time, I'm really sorry for that. I still try to get used to it, so you know, there's that. And as we can see, this doesn't work properly, and there could come the question, well, why is that? I mean, it's pretty obvious why. The colors are not the right way. So we can do this in two ways: either change the order here for the shaders, or change the order of the colors. We change the order of the colors all the time. So for the first time, let's actually do it the opposite way. Let's change the order of the shaders. So now this is where the black color is, and this will be where the white color is. And there you actually have it. It's looking pretty good, doesn't it? It's exactly what we needed. This is the snow. This is the material we have, at least for the snow. And I'm actually not thankful with it. I think it doesn't look as well as I hope it would, right? I don't know. I just wanted it to be better. So we can do two things actually. Increase the bump, which I think it helps, and make this actually finer. Make this maybe as nah 5.5. Yeah, 5.5 is a little better, and actually give this actually some room for a little bit of ice. So make the strength like 0.45. I think should do. We don't have to go crazy with the bomb, by the way. Okay, so the bomb, yes, it's good. Yes, it's very useful. But going too crazy with it might actually harm us too much. So don't do that. All right. So having all this, this is pretty good. I think this looks way better than what we previously had. So all right. Now, we could leave this like that, more or less. I don't think that's necessarily a problem. However, I don't really like something. First of all, it's the logic we had with the rooftop. So basically, the first stair at least should not really have been affected by the snow, should it? Because it's, well, basically covered by the rooftop. But the thing is, if you look at it, it's not fully covered by it. So my initial idea was to make another gradient map and use it. Let me actually just show you what I was thinking. So we could take something like this, right? And instead of this, use the generated version, which is pretty easy to do. And what we would have had is something like this, right? Because, I mean, it's exactly what we need, right? You just go down with the stairs, and these two would have had the snow on it, and the other two up there would not. But this is way too perfect. It's again something I did explain before. In nature, in general, we don't have such a perfect logic. It's not like everything is symmetrically put together. It's not like it's all drawn with a line or something. We need to make it look way more realistic than that. So how do we really do that? Well, the best way, at least in my opinion, we could add more shaders, right? We could do the gradient thing, add like a noise or a Musgrave, and it would help, definitely. But I don't think that's really a smart idea. And the reason I don't think that's a smart idea, it's because it kind of takes a little bit of the control that we can actually have with our material. And I think that control, it's the best given by none other than the image texture. And yes, this means we will actually paint over it. Um, and it's something I didn't really use too much of. It's something I kind of got more or less in this, you know, not necessarily this tutorial, but like, this kind of part. I was not a very, let's say, I did not think it's a very good idea to use this. I just thought like it could have done a much better way to use shaders because you can control them from vectors, but those vectors can never do what you can by your own hand. All right, that imperfection I was talking about that nature can give it, we can kind of recreate it much better. So let's actually do it. All right, so we'll call this let me see, um snow stair. I don't know, they should do. Of course it's gonna be 2K. I mean, all of them were. This should do as well. Let's take off the alpha, and there we have it. We have our beautiful stair here. So, what will this do really, right? Because that's a good question. This will actually have to help us out. So, we would have to go into texture paint mode and see actually how the stairs. Let me actually just select these. Um, and select also the snow stair. All right. And let's see what we got. So all we need to do is basically paint over this part, right? Well, with a white value. And this will, in theory at least, well, again, the undo will actually take the stairs also. What this should be doing in theory is actually show exactly what we want, which, you know, would be the actual stairs. But as we can see, it doesn't do that. All right, so what we have to do, right, so everything is covered with snow right now, right? So we would actually have to use the gradient texture there as our factorial, right? And what we need to do is tell it where the black color is. So in the white value here, it will be actually the area where we will paint over. So think about it this way, right? This will be the exact area where the snow shader will cover everything. And everything that comes with the white value will clear up snow. So it'll do something like this, which is pretty cool, right? So it's pretty cool and it's pretty easy to follow. Now the thing is, unfortunately this will not work. This will not help us out to actually make more changes on it here, which I also don't like because it's basically the same thing. It's too perfect. I don't want that. We should not want that. So we need to do even we need to create some more stuff to actually let us change this as well. And what shall we do? Well, actually, we need to add another mixed color node before the gradient be a factorial, which will actually have another image texture. Yes, I know it's a lot of image textures and a lot of nodes and stuff, but just hear me out. So this will be edge, no, stair. Could this be done procedurally? Surely, yes, but I don't want to do that. I want to do it and have as much control as I can possibly have. This is this is my goal, right? My goal is not to have um, you know, crazy good stuff. So having this, let's actually edge snow stair there, right? So what we do need to actually do, I think we actually need to reverse this, if I'm not mistaken. Let us see what we get. And yeah, now we can actually choose where we don't want the snow. And this will, give us a lot of help with our stuff. But we can also try a different approach because maybe people, don't really want this, which is totally understandable. We could actually try to have another gradient map like this that will be connected. And instead of this, we could have a minus 90. And now we would have snow down here, but we don't really want that. Now, like, do we? No, we don't. Of course we don't. So what can we do? Well, what can we really do is instead of y be the minus 90, we can ask z to be our 90. And look at this. Z does a perfect job because it basically puts exactly what we want, exactly where we want it. All right, so this is pretty fun and pretty good. Now, would the other parts also have snow? Maybe. Actually, maybe, yeah. But it's, again, how do you really want to play it? Do you want to play like this or do you want to play it, procedurally? It really depends on you. If you go to object, this will not work. This will actually not help us at all. And you can just check what this gives us. All right, so um, don't forget that the gradient basically is like this. So wherever we'll have black, we will have also snow. So this is kind of what we need to do with this one. We need to basically give it more snow or snowish parts, right? This is what the point is. So let's actually come here and see what we have. And well, we basically don't really have anything. And look at this, we can actually add some snow there. Something like that, see? Pretty cool, pretty useful. But, you would need to use a lot of Um, a lot of shaders. I don't think I can just do it from. Ah, well, actually, I might. Can I actually do it just from here? I wonder. That would be cool. Don't. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, we could basically kind of do it, more or less. So all that would be covered with snow, and then we can just play around and stuff. But yeah, again, I don't personally like this. I don't think it's worth it. It's way too much time, and it's just easier to just drop this in. You know, have all the snow you want on it, which could be annoying at first, and then just draw over the parts we don't want it. So we can control 7 to see it from the bottom, and all we need to do is, because this is the bottom, right? This will not be covered at all with snow. There's no way that will have it. And I will actually say that even this one should barely have any snow whatsoever, because it's the back of the stairs, so it wouldn't really matter, right? Okay. Now there will be a problem with this one. And actually, it's something I'd noticed now. Um, and I'm trying to think how to fix it, because the problem is all the stairs will have to look and will look the same, because as you saw, um, this move basically the same. So the way we can avoid this, unfortunately, I think there's only one way to do this, and that is by actually applying some of the materials. So we actually have to, well, not the mirror can stay, we don't have any problem with that one, but the array has to do it. The array has to basically separate the bodies. And now I think we need to unwrap them separately, um, and we have to see actually what a texture paint will give us, because I think it's going to be something a little different than it was before, and it is different for sure. um, and yeah, so let's go into texture paint, and because we changed this, what we did now is, well, you know not useful anymore, which means we should be changing this. So the edge now should be black, but it doesn't want to for some reason. What's going on? It does it, definitely does it, but not wholly. I don't understand why. That's interesting. Anyway, the thing is now, we will have a little bit of a different result, and this is because of what we did. This is because of what we've uh, created. At least this is what I think, right? Yeah, because this is this. But it doesn't let me... Why can't I draw anymore on it? That's weird. So let's actually delete that image texture, because it's not gonna help us at this point. See what this gives us. And let's actually see something, because I'm curious of the result that this will have. So when we will draw on this one, right? The snow stair one. Oh, yeah, it's the black color, sorry. Alright, so this will only draw on one. Okay, this is perfect. This is actually exactly what we needed. So unfortunately, I hasted with doing that, making that image texture there. I can do it now, right? Like now it's going to work properly. The reason for it is because now each stair has the thing. So we can call this, I don't know, stair snow mask. Actually, I think it's a better name for it. Um, yes, this was a little bit hazy, and I'm sorry. I was you know, wrong about that one. But hey, that's how we learn, right? And the problem with this one is, as you can see, each stair will need to be painted over by itself. Now, this is a problem and it's also a blessing at the same time. If you ask me, it's more of a blessing, and the reason for it is exactly what I talked about a little earlier. It gives us the chance to create differences and a discrepancy between them, which it's in my opinion way better, and it does a much better job to creating realistic material and actually kind of giving the vibe that yeah, this is, it's not picked by the computer, it's not picked by hand, because it's not perfect. Because when you do anything that seems too perfect, it does kind of give the vibe of a way too perfect. Like, you shouldn't. By the way, I'm doing this with the mouse. I'm not doing this on like any, like the tablet or anything. I'll probably use the tablet a little later on when we actually create like the shaped on the snow, because yes, we'll do that. Because that's the fun of it. That's the fun of Blender.
Let's wrap.
And yeah, so from here on, here comes the deal, right? We have this, and I think I painted over the wrong part, didn't I? Yep, I did paint over the wrong part. How about that? Or did I? Wait, what's going on? Am I watching the wrong one? I think I'm looking at the wrong one, ain't I? Let me see. No, I'm looking good. But I painted it wrong. I was, yeah, I'm right about that one. Oh, because I'm seeing the other ones. I'm dumb. So I was fooled by these stairs actually. Instead of painting the back of these ones, I was looking at the other stairs. So, yeah. Please don't get fooled by me. The way we can avoid this is just deactivate the mirror there. Now we see only the back of our original stairs. Alright, so what I wanted to show you is, let's create a texture, which we will call footprint. Because this is the idea that actually started me to do this part of the tutorial. I wanted to kind of skip it and just put, snow on the stairs. You already know how to do all this. I'm not gonna keep showing you the same thing over and over again. I'm doing it to help you practice, but I think it's more than enough for now. Right? Like, we practiced a lot of this already, so I think you can do it. I'm pretty sure of it. And if not, you know, the last two videos are really showing you in detail how to do this. So what you need to do is get this texture right here, or a texture like this one. I'm gonna put the texture and where I got this texture from in the link in the description. And yes, I did change it with GIMP to be, the white color, because that's what I need. Yes, we could have reversed it, but I just find it easier to just change this to my liking. So I'm gonna use it as a stencil, of course. And yeah, actually, I wonder what would happen if I. Okay, nothing good. Actually, I think no. It does give an interesting vibe to it, though, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll probably use it. I'm not gonna lie. I like the vibe it gives. But is there a problem, or is it just me? So let's oh, oh, I pressed like an idiot. Yeah, 2 minutes. Mm, because this is not deleting it anymore, does it? It's not. What's going on here? So this is this, right? It's what we need to have, or at least, is it? Hmm. And this is this. All right. And that's what we have here. So, oh, I think, yeah, all right. This is what was happening. I was painting over the wrong one. So, yeah, that's why you have to make sure which one you're painting over. I think, yeah, yeah, I was painting over the wrong image texture. So, yeah, take, care of that. Um, Another one of those moments when I don't know what's going on and I find out too late, just like an idiot. So, yeah, now we have the texture again, right here. And if we do it randomly again, I'm just again curious. It does give an interesting vibe. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually going to use this a little bit, like this. I just think it's interesting, right? I like it a lot. Like it's honestly like there were random people, stepping over, which I mean it's kind of the point. I'm not using the mouse. I'm not using the sorry, the pencil for this. It's just the good old beautiful mouse. And if you don't have a mouse, you should really invest in one. I swear to God, so useful. So I will do this, and up here, really we won't have that much. Like especially in the middle where uh, you know, the actual stairs are. So the more you go, the more progressively the less snow you'll see basically. Because up here, the rooftop kind of is able to, you know, cover a little bit of it. So we would have something like this. It's super random. It's not exactly what I wanted to do, but I think it looks really good. So yeah, that's why I'm saying all the time, test things out. It might look much better than you think. And it looks actually amazing. I'm in love with this. I didn't expect it to be this good. Oh, I'm off the mic there. All right, so with this being done, I'm going to just actually quickly do the stairs, like the lateral side and shit, and stuff, the lateral side of the stairs and stuff, and then move on to the other objects. Right, so we did all of it, all the stairs. We're done with that. So let's actually get to the ladder. Yes, because we have a stair and a ladder. How about that? So this is not gonna be that rough, right? Like this is pretty easy to do. The ladder itself doesn't necessarily need to have any snow, at least not too much. It will have some on like the lower parts, and yes, we will actually paint those in, or we will well, not necessarily paint, but like actually we might do like a gradient. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking of both, but I think painting is easier because I can choose exactly what I wanted. While gradient, I'll have to stay and actually find the right notes and the right patterns, and we'll see. We'll see. But until then, we have these beautiful stuff right here, which is actually super easy to do. So what we will do is go to the shading tab here, and what we need to give this little body is a dark, well, a new material actually, which we'll call ladder support. All right, good. And we will give this to the dark metal. And that's why I selected the dust. Actually, dark iron. Will dark iron actually look good? Oh, yeah. Oh, because of course. That's why. Okay, let's see. Yeah. You know what? Let's change it a little bit. Let's actually make it look a little different. But, is this subdivided or something? Oh, it's beveled. Oh, but it's beveled way too much. What was in my hand? No, no, no. Like, let's do 2 millimeters maybe. Oh, sure. That's a lot. Okay, 0.005 then. How about that? Okay, much better. See, this I can work with this. This is believable at least. All right, so we'll have this, and of course, a mixed shader is in order. I'm not gonna stay too much on this one. I'm just putting a gradient texture just like this, and you know the old-fashioned style that we keep getting used to. And let's see what we have. All right, and this is what we have. It's not bad, but not too good either. All right, is that not helping us? Minus 90 for the Y. Let's see what this gives us, because I think it might not be too bad. Oh no, it's bad. It's bad. It's definitely bad. So let's go in 90 because I liked this one, and the reason for it is because I can just do this. I don't need down. I don't need here down here, right? So here down here. That's what I said, didn't I? Yeah, you got it. Right, we have this, and let's just have a mixed color. And here, beautiful noise texture to go with it. Actually, I could have used like a Voronoi or something, but you know what? I'm too lazy to try stuff out, so I'm gonna go with the usual stuff because I just think, yeah, why not? You know, take the color ramp, put it here. Let's make this have like this. We don't need it to, by the way, so the noise texture can actually be pretty rough. We don't need it to be good. Like not small necessarily or super detailed because we don't need it sometimes. This is one of those moments. We need it to look to be perfectly visible. We need it to be seen. And for that reason alone, I'm going to actually leave it like this, and that's what we get now. Alright, I don't like the snow whatsoever, and I know that the last one should be probably better. Not bad. Not too good either though. But we can do a little better than that, so. Oh, okay, so, wait. Let's actually add this. Okay, that's a little better. No, actually not add this. Let's multiply them. I don't really want to have any snow down there. Okay, yeah, multiply is the way. Multiply is the way to go. And now I think it's just about like refining this. Um, hmm. And yeah, we will need to see only the noise really. Something like this should do. It doesn't have like this will not be seen, so you know you just have to give the vibe of it. It doesn't need to be crazy. So there's that. Nothing more crazy than that. I don't need it. This one's honestly I couldn't really care about them too much. I'm actually going to make it different. because I mean, why wouldn't I? So as you can see, they're here. They are corroded and stuff. But actually, maybe this is a little too much. Um, but I don't care, right? Galvanized, yeah, that's better. All right. Uh, no one will see them. Actually, I could have tested out, so I could have just not put anything. See if people will actually point out, like, oh, you don't have anything there, do you? All right, and now what shall we do for that one? I'm saying maybe a dark metal. I think this will be the latter. So a dark metal should be in a pretty good shape for this one. Again, I'm not gonna stay and actually do too much to it because I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's worth it. And yeah, I mean, maybe we can put some snow like down here. And it's pretty easy to do this. And actually, I'm gonna speed this up. And actually, I'm going to skip this part because I think it's pretty easy. It's just a gradient texture, and that's about it. Actually, no, wait, you know what? Let me just very quickly do this. Um, so the mix, oh, no, not this, definitely not that. So the mix and the shader right there. Also the gradient with all its lovely bodies and a color ramp with all its, you know, loveliness, and something like this should do. Again, it can be actually something like this, maybe rather. It has to be pretty low on snow. All right, so this we'll put actually into the factorial. Yes, we will introduce noise texture as well. I'm so glad you said it. I knew you'll catch on to that. I was so about to say, how about you guys? What do you think we should do? And you are about to say, oh yeah, you remember that noise texture that you always talk about? That's the one. That's what we're using. Great job. I'm so proud. So, take this. I always forget the groups are not there. I cannot search for them. So let's actually put the snow in and let's see what we get. Boom, 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 boom. And the snow is not where it's supposed to be. Definitely not. What do we do about that? Where we could either change the values here. And actually, it's not going to work from the get-go. We will also need to take this down, I think. Let us see. And it's is it working? It's not working. No. No. So the only way we can actually do this, I really hope this is gonna work, is to do this. Oh, I should have put the snow right. Wait, the snow and the dark metal were the one controlling that. I'm dumb. And now we can just control the snow like this. Super easy, super useful. Um, so yeah. Does this look stretched? I think it's stretched. I don't know, I just don't like how it looks. Let's make it a 0.5. Increase the roughness. And oh wait, yeah, we could, actually not could, we should use a gradient texture and make the snow, a little less prominent. Hmm. I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit like this is none. not it yet. It's like what I press. Oh, I press Control T. I don't know why I'm. Yeah, no, makes no sense. But this is generated. It's not like UV, so it doesn't really matter what the UV does. Actually, let's see what the UV does. How about that? Kind of the same thing. Now, so yeah, this is how it's going to look for the most part. Um, Actually, if you look at it like from this side, it doesn't look bad at all. And again, the good thing about it is we can control it with just the color ramp itself, which I think is pretty useful. The steps also let's call them steps, and they will have also a pretty beautiful dark metal. And the good thing about it, it's this is an array, right? And well, about the arrays, right? We just talked about how the arrays kind of, you know, created as a problem earlier, but there's a good thing about this array in particular, and the reason for it, it's because I can actually use its gradient texture in my advantage, or at least I hope I can. So first, of course, Y290. Sorry, if there's any ever a problem with anything, Y290, and it's usually working. Not in this case though, apparently. So what is it? Is it that? Really? No. So this is doing kind of what we needed to, in a way, right? So what this does, no, but it's not doing it, at least not enough. Because I need it to be like on the entire stair. So am I doing that? Oh, okay, so I can just move it from the X. That's great. Oh no, yeah, that's actually perfect. And then I can just play around with these values. Yeah, all right. Point taken. I can do that. That's pretty cool. All right. So that being said, and that being actually able to do, um, that's a pretty cool stuff already. But we do need to have a mixed color node, of course. This will be the factorial though. This will not be the end of it. So we will need actually, let me actually take this because we will need this again, more or less, but we will need it in a different shape. We will need it differently. So what I'm saying by that, let's actually put this back to 0. We will need this to be, um, what if I put a normal, actually? Actually, just like this. Yeah, no, that's it. That's kind of what we need. All right, something around there. Because what I'm going to do, and of course, we'll have a noise texture and the Control T. What I'm going to do is basically tell it some of the steps, like until a half of the letter or something, will have some snow on it. The others that are closer to the rooftop will not have any, because I mean, why would it? That will not happen. All right, so having this, what we can do is very simply just adjust the noise texture. So let's look at it, and let's make it 40. Let's set it to 2 as it was. Let's make the roughness 0.75, and maybe increase the scale a little bit, like 20. And yeah, maybe make this something like this. And actually, no, decrease this to 15 maybe. All right, the detail 4.5. It doesn't really matter. Um, okay, this is pretty cool. And now the mix shader shows up. This should be, wait, actually, let's see what this does because, okay, this is not it. Alright, so let's actually see now. Okay, so the noise goes to A and the gradient here goes to B, and now it should be wrong. It's very wrong. It's actually wrong. So, no. So this is basically doing the reverse, ain't it? It's telling it where to be. That's good. That's a good thing. But it's putting it on the other side, which is not something we want. So actually, and also let's make it constant. Now that I look at it, because it has to, stop at the letter. It shouldn't just go wherever. So there's that. But for that, we still need to oh, right. Just reverse the gradient map here. I don't know why I didn't take that into consideration. And something like this. Maybe ease it. Put like a gray color between them so that it eases it out. I talked about easing the flow from one color to the other a lot of times, and I'm gonna keep on talking about it because I think it's a very important part. And let's bring the snow. And there we have it. That's the colors we need, and that's the color we want. And yeah, you can just play around with it. Do you want less snow? Do you want more snow? So on and so forth. Do you want the snow to be, like, all the way up here? Do you want it to not be at all? Because actually, I don't want it to be at all. So why is it all the way up there? Hmm. So, wait. Okay. So if I decrease this, all of them will have this noise. If I don't, there's a problem then because this will just have, all this snow in it, and we don't want that. Do we know? So, how can I take that out? Or even better, can I take it out? Because it might not work. We might not be able to. And oh my god, I went in the worst direction possible. What about subtraction? Okay. Oh no. Difference? Maybe? Absolutely not. Don't use that. Overlay. I'm sure overlay does it. No, it does not. How about it? Hello Dutch always does wrong to me. I don't know. It's just like it doesn't like me. Okay, so multiply it is. Multiply has to be the one, I think. Or maybe mix. Imagine mix was the one. Yeah, so. I think this works better. And the reason I believe that is because if we actually change it, so if we change this to like this, no wait, something like this, it's easing it up, and we can just, you know, oh no, because if we take the texture, yeah, because not the color touch, let's go with the add. Hmm. Nope, darken. Where will we darken this? It does kind of do the job, but not perfectly, and that kind of bums me. Yeah, because it keeps on having a part of it up there, but I think it looks okay. So we could actually change this, and we already know how. We know how to delete snow. Don't forget about that. We can delete it already, or we could apply the array modifier and change them all by hand. Yes, we could do this. I'm pretty sure there's also, like, I am thinking of another way of doing this, which is with another gradient texture. Actually, I'm gonna try this off camera and see if it works and tell you if it does. All right, so I did do what I was talking about. So basically, all I did was add another mix color node and another gradient texture with exactly the setup you see right now. And then basically what this will do, I also inverted this, right? So this now, um, it will be different. So instead of the white being on top, the black is now on the top of the bar here, which is perfect for what we need. The rest, it's actually the same. And this is how this will have to look. So the mix color is actually not set to multiply anymore, it's to mix. And this is how it will have to look. And then we go to the next node, which will have the mix, sorry, the add. And basically what this will do is set to 1% factorial so that the black value will actually take the value from the mix node here, and then we can just enjoy snow on the letter for just a portion of it, so not all of it. All right, and it's kind of on the same level with it. Of course, we can, play around with it from the color ramp. So, and there, if you see, the noise also affected. So we could, in terms, actually make it a little bit, and go more or less full, and have some sort of snow over the whole thing. So I think that's pretty cool. I think it looks really interesting and really good. Um, so yeah. And now let's take care of this pretty cool rooftop. So this will actually, it might actually work to just put this one. It does not work at all. And the reason for it, it's because of the ambient occlusion. Ambient occlusion works for the one above. It doesn't really work for this one because it's a different, it's set differently. It's a different body altogether. It's not gonna work just as well. The rest of it though works pretty fine. But what can we do though? So it's very simple. We can do two things really. So first of all, the snow roof. and the snow imperfections, they're not gonna work anymore because they are. That's the problem with image textures. They're not created for this one in particular, and because of it, it's not gonna work on this certain body, right? So we actually will not use it like this, unfortunately. We can't. So this will be the door. Sorry, door rooftop. And did I say right? Okay. And actually, I should have let the principal there. And we will have the metal gold, of course. And let's just have the base color, the metallic, the roughness, and the normal, just like all time. So, having all this, what we gotta do is tell us now where to stay. So, to do this, I think it's pretty obvious what we will do. And I'm not gonna, force this one too much. This is gonna be pretty easy, but it's gonna have a little bit of a twist. Yes, we will have the ambient occlusion, just like for the other one, and of course a color ramp. And let's see what we get. So let's actually something like this kind of does the job, and I might not need anything else besides these two. These two, and of course the snow. Let's see how it'll look. Let's see if I'm thankful with this one. Hmm. It's not bad, but it's also like not too great. We can increase this now, make it a little more contrasty. This actually looks pretty good. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty good. I think it's not, not stealing the show or anything. I think it's doing a great job. So you know what? For now, I'm gonna leave it this way. Probably I'm going to come in and just um, get an image texture and kind of make the edges, let some others know. But other than that, nothing too crazy. So yeah, for now I'm gonna just leave it this way. Let's save our progress. So we save, and right as we do so, we go to the in-betweens, right? The in-betweens are basically, the clamps and also, those metal plates here. Will I do anything crazy with this? No, not really. There are two reasons for it. First, we will never see these, like never. And secondly, there's no second part. It's just we will never see it. So who cares? So we'll have the clamp, which will have the actually again. Let's leave this. Actually, no. Wait. Shall we? Shall we not? Mm. No, we can actually give this, and you'll see what I'm doing here. So not a metal corroded. This is way too much. The galvanized worn metal. It looks really good. Like it looks super good. And I'm not gonna do anything more to it. Again, I'm not gonna see it. I'm not gonna bother with it that much. And this will actually have the clamp. And you'll see why these are different in just a second. And we will get the galvanized worn metal as well. But there's a reason this one is separate. Because this one is actually getting out here. So because of that one thing there, we will need to actually work a little bit with it. All right. So we will have to do. Is this a? Yeah, this is the one. It looks very different for this one. Oh yeah, because I don't have the texture code, of course. What am I doing? So texture. Alright, the texture coordinate is here, and now we will put the UVs, and now it looks perfect. And actually, I just realized I didn't put the UVs on this one, did I? No. Let's put it right up. And now it will look horrible, won't it? It's actually not looking that bad. Let's see with the roughness. The render view. Okay, this is because the ambient occlusion will change, won't it? It will. All right, basically back to where we were. That's cool. And okay, so now we have this and they're basically the same. But what this has different is that it actually has this part uncovered, which means snow will be able to be put on it. And the reason that this is important is because the gradient map is perfect for this exact reasoning. So we will just take the gradient, the color ramp, and just make sure that uh, well, first apparently make sure we're doing a good job because I'm not. Okay, so if I do this, put this on 90, it might just work, I think. Um, there we are. Okay, so let's put this to point, maybe point 2. Oh, definitely not. Maybe 0.65. Yeah, that's a little better, but not enough. So actually, it has to be only the upper part. So only kind of this part right there. So 0.85 is for me, and it's working perfectly. All right, and now let's see. Let's introduce this into the factorial here, and let's take. I always forget it. All right, so the snow here will be right here. So this is horrible. And the reason for it is because they should be inverted. So the principal BSDF will actually come on the lower node, the lower point, and yeah. All right, and what we need to do is just make the color ramp closer there. All right, I think that's pretty cool. And let's set it to ease. And that is kind of it for the clamps. We have two materials for two types of clamps, one that's actually, seen, one that is not. And actually, as you can see, we can actually play a lot more with it and make it something like this to be just on top here. So yeah, this does a pretty cool job. This backdoor, I honestly kind of forgot about it. But we shall give it a beautiful dark metal. So let's call it um, back cabin door. Oh my god, I'm spelling like crazy today. All right, there we are. So let's actually find the principal VSDF, which I just did, and dark metal shows up. There you have it. Actually don't like it. Okay, if we don't like this, let's actually get another texture from Polygon. How about that? And let's search for metal. It's the one that we have downloaded already. And I'm gonna make it dark. So a dark metal should do. Oh, right. Again, this is the back of the not the back, but the back. No, yeah, the back. What am I saying? Um, and let me actually take another knob here, which will not have a mirror because we don't need it. RZ, I think minus 90 should be the one. No, RZ90 is the winner. GX, let's see it, and there we have it. GY, and that's it. Nothing more than that. Nothing more to do here. This will also have kind of the same um, material as the stairs, more or less though, because yes, actually, let's see if the stair thing will work. Kind of doubt it. Um, did I call these stairs? Let's see what I call it. Oh, it's a metal thread pan. Okay, yeah, it's okay, so it's definitely not working because it is not suited for this one, for this one's own problems, right? So we will just save it as a different material, right? We will delete this because this will not help us out in any way. And actually, we will have to delete some of these things because I have to see what each of them do. We will do the footprints on it because people do walk on this. All right, this is kind of their whole point. So let me see what this does. Nothing. That's what it does. So what about generated? Okay, and this is because B is here. All right, okay, I see you. Okay, and now if we actually put it in here, I think the snow should be up and the metal should be down, if I'm not mistaken. Am I wrong? I think I'm wrong. Why am I wrong? Okay, so if the factorial is 0, it works, but that's a little strange. Oh, it's because the gradient does the whole job, that's why. So we don't even need this. We need only the gradient itself. And this will do the job properly. Alright then. You know what? I'm not gonna complain about it. Because, well, actually, I will complain about it because I just realized why I needed that. I do have a short time memory sometimes. Short term, not short time. Image texture. Let's go. New. And this will be the plate. No. In between floor. I'm so good with the names, ain't I? Okay, so go to the texture. Actually, let's save this. I forgot to do so. And we all know what happens if we don't forget. If we forget and we get out of here. So also there's the edge snow, which we didn't use. Did we use anything else? The snow mask. Well, apparently it's saved. All right then. You know what? Good. All right. So what do we call it? We call it in between floor, of course. Um, so talented with the names again. I have to point it out. I just have to. All right. Okay, so first off, before we use any texture and before we actually do put the footprints in, um, just as I thought, we need to test out if this actually works, if this does what we need it to do, and it seems like it doesn't. So I'm saying we do paint over it, definitely, but it's not doing, oh, that's why it's not doing what it needs to. All right, then, this will be this. And then this will be there. And this will be this. All right, good. Good to go. Okay, I think we don't have the symmetry open, so what's going on? This is, oh, sorry, I changed this by mistake. So back. And the reason this happens is because of the mirror here. So I think I'm supposed to apply the mirror first. Or actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm not going to. It's way too much work for no reason. And actually, this will work for all the others because they are duplicated. So you know what? I'm leaving it the way it is. Just paint over a little bit and have some fun with it. Okay, and now we're back, and this looks quite impressive, if you ask me at least. So let's go to render view. Let's see how this looks. How about that? This is actually looking extremely realistic. I don't know what to like. I expected it to look good. I just did not expect it to actually look this good. Um, all right, so we have this. We're still not done, of course. Um, and let me actually. This is perfect for me to show you what I did to all the other like windows, right? It's a process we will also use for the last mirror, but let me show you. So what we need first is wait. Okay, we apply the gold material, and what's going on there? And why is this going crazy? Jesus. Okay, you know what? Go to material. Um. All right. Uh, I'm sorry. What's going on there? So probably I used. I don't get what I used honestly. Um. Why would I use that? Interesting. I mean, I probably use it for a gold material that actually. Oh, I think it's for the. Is this one having the gold material? No, it doesn't. Oh, it's this one, isn't it? Yep, that's fine. Oh, I chose the wrong gold. Okay, sorry. No, no, not for you. For this one, I chose the wrong gold material. I'm sorry. I was very confused because I did not know what happened there. So, good. We found that out. And I think I will have to actually hide a cabin because it's getting a little hard to see through it. So, having this here, this is exactly what I did for all the others. Just select this face here. Actually, this one in the back, we will select and delete because we don't need it. And all we do is select this, assign it, and choose the glass BSDF material that we've created previously. And that's kind of about it. Really, that's not much more to it. For the other clamps, really, we can just select the metal. So don't forget, there are two different ones. One of them has the metal. Did I write something? Okay. So the metal galvanized steel worn. It's the one that's used by the ones that actually don't, don't surface out absolutely at all. So let me put this here as well. And one more time for good luck. All right. And then the others will actually have the clamp material. So as you can see, it looks pretty good. It looks perfect actually. So and yeah, that's kind of it. And I'm curious, do you guys actually like texturing? Like, do you prefer image textures or do you prefer procedural textures? Because for a very long time, and actually, this has nothing to do with a tablet, but for a very long time, I preferred procedural textures. And like towards, I started doing a character course, which, by the way, I'm gonna post something about the characters soon enough on my Instagram, not here, probably here as well at some point, but who knows when. And I started really liking to texture paint because it just gives a totally different vibe. when you texture paint everything by hand and you just can make everything look the way you intentionally want it to look, to make it look. It just, I don't know. It's a totally different vibe. I love it, and I think it's perfect for what I want anyway. All right, here I actually have something. I want to do something. So I want to select all this and extrude it in a little bit. And yes, this will create a little bit of an issue. Nothing we can solve though. And the issue will be that we will need to be careful, well, with two things really. So actually, let me not make a mistake. So we will do this very slightly so that we don't create any problems later on. And just slightly put some of these here. All right. Okay. Okay. Good. That's pretty good. Hmm. Now, why shall we do this? So, all of them, like all the windows, will really have kind of the same material, and because of it, of course, this will also have to have the glow material with it. So this will go like this, and of course, the glass will also have to, bit of glass. You need to make sure that you select each and every one of the faces inside here. So you see these little ones, select them, because otherwise, with the subdivision, they will kind of look horrible. And trust me, I know it, because I've done a neon Tokyo looking render, which I'm actually going to show you right now. And basically what happened with it was there are a lot of buildings with glass windows, and let me just tell you, it's not so fun to actually do this, because I had to basically do this exact process with all those. And the problem with it was that I actually missed these little edges for a lot of those, and I had to stay and you know take it step by step. And another big problem that I had was that um, I did not do what I did now, which was smart, to take the subdivision out, because why, we don't need it, right? Well, I did not do that, and because of it, I wasted a huge amount of time. And that render was done in 4 days, so yeah, you can just imagine I was screaming on the inside. And actually, we need that same things we selected there. Well, more or less, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? We need to select them now. And why is that? Well, we need to see through the windows, don't we? We need to be able to see inside the train. And yes, we will have something inside the train as well. Um, and I hope it will look really good. The idea I have sounds good in my head, but sometimes something that, just sounds good as an idea is not necessarily good in the actual renders. So, you know, we need to be careful with this kind of stuff. All right, so having this is pretty cool, ain't it? All right, the reason I did this is because I want this part to actually be a different color. So just the rim will actually be golden, while this part will not be. What this part will be, well, we'll see in the next video, because I'm going to be done with this one now. And I'm gonna take it from here next time, because I think it's been quite a long time. Yeah, we finished the cabin. We finished everything that's that has to do with the cabin and stuff. And basically, what the wagons will look like, it's more or less a dark metal. So you can kind of refer to it something like this. It's not gonna be exactly this. Actually, I do like the color. Let me apply it to actually all of them to kind of take it from here. So yeah, we will take it from here actually last time. Okay, I hope you're a little more pleased now. All right. This is not the end. All right, this is not how we do it. I just put this here for two reasons. One is for the thumbnail, I'm not gonna lie, but secondly, is to basically show, well, where we're heading with this, right? So we have a lot more to do, and I think we will do a pretty goddamn good job, and we will love the end result. I'm pretty sure of it, actually. All right, so let me see something. This don't look there. Oh yeah, okay. It's just wait, why did I make that? Oh, okay, this is the wagon. Which, okay. And this one didn't have the subdivision turned on. That's why it looked so horrible. For the glass, we'll actually do a special thing that I learned to do. And actually, you know what? Let me do what I wanted to show you. Like the thing I wanted to show you of how we will actually do this. I think you kind of got a point. So this will have the same material as the wagon, more or less. All right, so it will start from the same material, which is the black metal that we've applied for the wagons, but it will not stay there. It will actually have one more thing to it. And I think we have, what is it called? Metal, I think it's metal cladding. Yeah, metal cladding frame. All right, that's the one. And yeah, right now it's not looking like a lot, but I promise it will. I do really promise that. And yeah, we will modify it from here. We will do way more stuff with it. And I do promise it's going to look way, way, way better than this. And this, okay, this did not have the subdivision on. I'm getting scared when I see them so low poly, right? Okay, so this being said, I'm going to stop this right here. So, thank you so much. So, let's get to the outro. So, before we end the video, I need I kindly ask you guys for one thing. I need you to tell me, write in the comments, which one should we keep. So this is for the next video that will come, and we will do the wagons in. Which color should we keep for the wagons? Because I'm very stuck between like dark, so the black wagons, or the red wagons. I don't know. All right, and keep in mind that this black color here for the windows will actually be the same color that the wagon will be. So this will not stay this way, right? It will be the whole golden red stuff. So please tell me which one would you like, and what do you think we should make this train look like. Thank you. And back to the video. Alright, this is kind of it for this video. So we finished off with the cabin. I did show you how to, make the footprints and make things look a little more realistic. And we played again around with the shader nodes. And actually, I think we did understand the shader nodes or the shader tab and how to play around with the nodes much better. And yeah, next time we take care of the wagons and probably also with the lower part, which is not gonna be that hard to do, and I think it's gonna be pretty fun. So that being said, let me thank you so much for sticking around till the end of this video, and also I wish you a really good week and a really good day, or if you see this at night, a really good night. And you know what, if you see this unsubscribed, I wish you a very nice and long life, and please subscribe to the channel. And a very nice subscription also to this channel, because it's free and it's nice. Bye guys!